Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today a new session about a really cool new feature, but before we start I'd like to give you a short introduction about me. My name is Lagler-Gruener. I'm a multi-cloud architect in one of the biggest consulting companies in Austria. I'm working since 2012 with public cloud, mainly focusing on Microsoft Azure at the beginning. And over the time, I'm realizing it's a good idea to go more broader and also specializing into AWS and GCP too. But my main focus and my deep dive focus, and you can also see it on my certifications, is Microsoft Azure. So I have many certifications in different areas. So you can see I have a development certification, but I have also architecture, security, administration certification, Microsoft Azure. I have one certification in GCP and I have two certifications in the AWS. If you're looking for a good blog or if you're looking for more information about me, you can find me on different areas like Facebook, Twitter, Xing, LinkedIn. I have also my private blog called cloudblogger.at, and for sharing, for solution, for scripting sharing and so on, and also for the presentations sharing and for the solutions sharing from my YouTube channel. You can find everything in my GitHub repositories. Okay, enough from me. So let's hand over to the session from today. Today we will cover a new topic called Azure cloudsync. This session is from video type nugget, so this means it takes approx up to 30 minutes, 25-30 minutes, depends on the live demo. It's from video category level 100, so it's a beginner video. It's not really deep dive, it's an overview about the new feature. Okay, so let's go to the agenda. First of all, we will discuss what is Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync. Then, why should we use Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync? Then we make a comparison between Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync and the alternative product what you have or what you can use. And at the end, I will show you some use cases why you can use or why you should use Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync instead of another product. And at the end, we will hand over to my live demo and I will show you some different scenarios. Okay, so let's go to the first step. What is Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync? Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync is the new way to synchronize your on-premise Active Directory. Okay, what does this mean? Really simple. Each of my customer always looking for a hybrid scenario. So not so much customers are migrating everything to the cloud. The most customers from my projects have some products or have some systems which stayed on premise also in the future. And this is the reason why we have to think about hybrid scenario. And for example, I'm a customer and I'm logged into my PC. And I want to also use Office 365, for example, or I want to log into the Azure portal. And I want to use the same user account. So my user account from my PC, I want to use this user also in Azure Active Directory. And to do this, you can synchronize your user accounts from your existing Azure Active Directory to Microsoft Azure Active Directory. And you can use Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync to achieve this. The benefit here, or the cool thing here is you have to install an agent, nothing more. You have to install an agent, register this agent to the Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync service, and you configure everything in the cloud. But keep in mind, there are some limitations available. So we have another product too. This is Azure Active Directory Connect. And between those services are differences. So in this case, if you want to use Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync, there are some limitations, but we will see this in a few slides. Okay, why? Why should I use Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync? The important part is here when you don't need the full hybrid capabilities. So there are some limitations, for example, for Microsoft Exchange Hybrid. If you don't need this capability, it's a good idea, or it's the first step is done to go to the new service Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync. Another option is when you want to connect multiple disconnected on-premise Azure Active Directory forests. Keep in mind, this is a really important part here. If you're using Azure Active Directory Connect, there's a little bit different between Cloud Sync, because you can synchronize multiple on-premise AD forests, but those MD forests, you have to enable a network connection between those AD forests. So if the AD forests are really disconnected, you have to think about, okay, should we migrate maybe to Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync? Okay, so let's go to the comparison. So we have two services. We have the Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync, it's the new service, and we have the Azure Active Directory Cloud Connect. The Azure Active Directory Cloud Connect is the old service. What you have to do is you have to install a service including an SQL or SQL Express database and configure everything on this configuration. It's a standalone installation, and this is one of the biggest benefits with Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync. With Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync, you can install one or more agents on different systems. So you have a high availability in place. And this is one different to Azure Active Directory Cloud Connect. You can synchronize multiple disconnected on-premise AD forests. So this, I will discuss this the slide before. And what you also have, you have a cloud native, you have a PaaS service where you configure something. So you don't configure anything on the agent itself. The agent is only communicating with the service in Microsoft Azure, in Azure Active Directory. And you configure everything in Azure Active Directory. And here you can see also the not supported functionalities in Cloud Sync. So I will pick the most important parts here. So it's not supported to use pass-through authentication at the moment, maybe in the future. You cannot synchronize your devices. So this is a really big pain here. You cannot achieve an hybrid connection. So you cannot synchronize your devices from your on-premise Active Directory to the Azure Active Directory. It's not supported. You cannot synchronize, or you cannot write back your groups to on-premise. Azure Active Directory domain services is not supported. So when you want to use Azure Active Directory domain services in the cloud to achieve a Kerberos authentication, it's not supported with Cloud Sync. Exchange Hybrid write-back is not supported. So if you want to use Exchange Hybrid, this is a breakpoint to say, okay, not Cloud Sync, we go to the Cloud Connect. And there are some limitations about larger groups, but 50,000 group members is, from my point of view, really enough. So that the overview about what is supported, what are the benefits between Cloud Connect and what is not supported in Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync. So let's go to the use cases. The first use case is if you don't need Microsoft Exchange Hybrid support or any other unsupported features, AzureAD Connect Cloud Sync can be quick and easy way to configure Active Directory synchronizations with Azure Active Directory. So this is one part. It's really quick. It's really easy. We will see this in our demo. And the second one is you can save money. So if you're an organization with over 100,000 objects, Microsoft recommends, if this happens, to install Azure Active Directory Connect on-premise, but don't use the SQL Express version. You have to use an SQL server, and this means money. You need money, you need the license, and here Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync can help, because when you have 100,000 objects, you only have to install one or more agent on your systems, and you don't need an SQL server. And the last option, the next option is, if you have multiple disconnected on-premise forwards, AD Connect requires line of business connectivity between multiple on-premise Active Directory forwards. So this is the difference. With Azure Active Directory Connect, you have to create a connectivity between those multiple on-premise Active Directory forwards. With Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync, you don't need the connectivity between the forwards. And at the end, it's also possible, and this is the important part, to use Azure Active Directory Connect and also Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync. So if you need Exchange Hybrid, for example, you can install Exchange Hybrid in your main forest, and if you have a second forest which is disconnected from a main forest, you can use Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync. And this is the cool feature here, and this is the last use case for my demonstration. And now we switch to my live demo, and we will see the following steps. First of all, we install the Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync. Yes, we installed it in my live demo. Then we check the synchronization, and at the end, we enforce an user sync. So we have a separate user, and we want to enforce this sync. Now we want this user in our Azure Active Directory. So let's switch over to our live demo. Here we are. We're now in my demo environment. You can see I've opened the browser and you can see my dashboard. What I've done is I've created a resource group with a domain controller. So in this case, I have here a VM, my private network interface, my disk storage, my virtual network, and a root table for connectivity reasons. And when I go to the VM, so I've connected over RDP, you can see here this I've joined, or I've created a domain controller. I've promoted my VM to a domain controller. And you can see here I have my demo OU with 2 users. And I also have downloaded the provisioning agent. But before we install, I want to switch back to my Azure portal. So let's go to the section where you can find everything. So in this case, I switch to the Azure Active Directory service. And on the left side, you can see Azure Active Directory Connect, the service. And here you can see 2 options. The first option is the service Azure Active Directory Connect Sync. This is the traditional way to synchronize your users from on-premise to cloud. So you configure everything on-premise, and when you're over 100,000 objects, you also have to install an SQL server. But in our case, I want to use Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync instead. So let's go to the configuration part here, Manage Azure Active Directory Cloud Sync. And on the top, you can find here the download button for your agent. So this is the agent that I've downloaded on my VM. So in this case, I've switched back to my VM and I've installed the agent On my domain controller, it's not really productive, but for the showcase, it's okay. So I install now the agent. It's really, really fast. So I click accept. Now we have to fill out something. So click on next, click on authenticate. So now I have to authenticate to my Azure Active Directory. Authenticate for sure with multi-factor authentication. It's pretty nice. I have my app installed on my Apple Watch too. So it's really easy. In this case, I create a new group managed service account. And I'm using here my domain. This is demo cloudsync. This is for my local Active Directory. You can see it here. Okay, so this is the reason here. cloudsync. So now I can select my domain. In this case, I have only one domain. Click on next and confirm it. And this is everything what I have to do. One server or more server. Now the agent will be installed, will be registered in Azure Active Directory, and in a few seconds we also will see in the Azure Active Directory portal the active agent. So here we go. The configuration is finished, so we can click on exit and we can close the installation. So now everything is in place. Let's switch back to the Azure portal. And when we go to the review all agent, we will see the new agent. Here we are, and the status is active. Perfect. So now we have to implement a configuration. So this is the part what is different between Azure Active Directory cloudsync and Azure Active Directory Connect. With Azure Active Directory cloudsync, we configure everything in Azure. Here we are. So, and it's really, really easy to configure. We will see this. So we don't have to use many settings. So we have here our demo Lagler-AD. One moment, I will check this once more. Demo cloudsync, that's the wrong one. So this one here. Then we have to select enable password hash sync. Click on create. Perfect. It will take a few seconds. So here we are. The configuration is finished. The configuration is enabled. And now we have to fill out something. So first of all, here we see the the Active Directory domain. It's the correct domain. We can scope. In the default setting is all users are in the scope. I want to split it down or to filter it down to a separate view. So this is the default setting. You can filter it to a security group. I don't recommend this. Or the third option, you can filter it to an organization unit. So in this case, we have to add the distinguished name. So here we are. Click on done. Then we can select synchronize password hash sync. We can define or we can change some mappings. So these are the default settings, and I will recommend the default settings. So it's okay. You can leave it. So this is nearly the same like Azure Active Directory Cloud Connect. So not the whole configuration, but you have many options here. And at the end, we can define here a notification email. So in this case, I'm defining my email and define a threshold. In this case, when 500 accounts are deleted, I get an email. And at the end, we'll click on enable and click on save. And when everything is finished, we can go back and we will see the status is healthy, perfect. And when we go to the Azure portal and select our Azure Active Directory, we will see, okay, now we have 2 users, user 1 and user 2. So now we came into the situation. We have a new user and the new user is not synchronized. And we want to enforce the synchronization. So let's switch to the Active Directory and create a new user named user 3. User 3. Select the password. Click on create. So that user is now created. And go into the attributes and copy the distinguished name from the user. Go back to the Azure portal, go back to the configuration from Azure Active Directory cloudsync, click on the configuration, and here we can see a point provisioning or provision a user. So this is the enforcement. So we can go here, copy the distinguished name here and click on provision, and it will take a few seconds. And what you will see is the result from the synchronized user. All the attributes which are used. So here we are. The imported user, the scope, the match between the user from the source and the target system, and the action. And here you can see all user attributes which are filled out and which are synchronized to Azure Active Directory. And when we switch back to Azure Active Directory and click on refresh, here we are, user 3. Okay, that's it. That's from my live demo. I hope you enjoyed the live demo, and I will see you maybe in end of February, because I'm a speaker at the Scottish Summit, and I'm really happy if you visit my session about Azure Virtual WAN. So that's it from Azure Active Directory cloudsync. I hope you enjoyed, and see you soon.